Welcome back, guys, to Triangle Strategy, where last episode our story began as the young master of House Wolffort, Serenoa, headed out to the nearby harbour to greet his inbound betrothed, with a political marriage having been set up. However, on arriving in the Wolffort domain, Frederica, Aesfrost, and her attendant Gila found themselves attacked by bandits wishing to take them hostage. With Serenoa and Benedict arriving to greet them, tearing through the bandit lines to assist, a battle broke out with a blonde man on horseback also offering his help, and with the bandits now dispatched after our first taste of the battle system, we now witness the aftermath.
Wait, I know that face! That's the Wolffort lordling!
What's that you say?
Wolffort? It can't be. What are they doing here so damn soon?
This ain't what we planned for. Let's get out of here.
For a bunch of no-good thieves, at least they know when they're in over their heads.
I would have preferred to apprehend them and see them atone for their crimes, but so be it.
Your bride-to-be is safe. Isn't that what matters?
My bride-to-be?
My sincerest apologies. I had no idea we were being trailed by bandits. But where are my manners? I am Frederica of the Grand Duchy of Aesfrost. I have come to fulfill our agreement. I am honored to join you in marriage and to call House Wolffort my new home.
The honor and pleasure is mine, Lady Frederica. Pray forgive me for not introducing myself sooner.
To think you'd fight at each other's side in battle before exchanging your vows. Though, I dare say that it bodes well for Wolffort that its new lord and lady make such a fine team.
Your Highness! Here you are. Why, the entire Kingsguard has been scouring the land for you.
Did you sneak out of the castle again, Roland?
When I heard my best friend's betrothed was arriving in Glenbrook, I simply couldn't miss the occasion.
While we appreciate the sentiment, perhaps you should have said something to the king.
I'm the least of my dear father's concerns. Though I suspect Huette will think otherwise. I suppose I'd best be on my way back. Rest easy, my fair Lady Frederica. You are in good hands here. I look forward to celebrating your union. Till we meet again.
His ring bore the insignia of Glenbrook's royal family. Could that have been...
Prince Roland, King Regna's younger son.
So a lord and a prince drove off a band of brigands by their own hand. What a fascinating nation we've come to, Frederica.
This is Gila, my tutor and attendant.
Famed is the martial prowess of the Wolfforts. It was an honor to be able to witness it firsthand.
Allow me to introduce myself. I am Serenoa of House Wolffort. And this is Benedict, trusted steward of my family.
It is my honor to serve Lord Serenoa in any and all matters.
On behalf of House Wolffort, I welcome you to our domain.
You may think this is an odd question, my lord, but I ask it nonetheless. What does the color of my hair mean to you?
It's pink. If it is not too forward of me to say so, I find it most beautiful. I find your courage more noteworthy than your appearance. You held your own out there on the battlefield. I think it nothing to be surprised about. We have Roselle living in our very domain. Oh, a choice. So we can just play it off? as in, like, this is just a normal thing. We can say that kind of, you know, her looks were secondary to us, which can go many ways. If it's not too forward of me to say so, I find it most beautiful. Or focus highly on her looks. I imagine if we do have Roselle living in our very domain, and I don't actually know how the domain works, is the problem. I don't know if there's any kind of things against the Roselle. I'm not obviously sure that there doesn't seem to be, if this is an option we're given, that they are not thought of in any negative way. But isn't that a bit like, I think I'll go with that one, but still, I think nothing to be surprised about.
I think it's nothing to be surprised about. We have Roselle living in our very domain.
You are kind to say so. And yet, there are some who would say that this hair is proof of my ancestors' sins, and shun me for it.
Rest assured that no one in House Wolffort would say such terrible things. There is nothing you need worry about here.
Thank you, my lord.
Lady Frederica, everyone awaits. Allow us to escort you back to Castle Wolffort.
Thank you, Benedict. It would be my honor.
There's always the fear of when you try to, like, go say something like, oh, it doesn't really matter much to me, that you're belittling something as well, which is just a worry, isn't it? It's not meant that way, obviously. But you're always worried about what words actually will be taken in by someone else. Of course, a game has a metric put to it. You can't really think of people in that same way. You might be belittling their experience, etc., and then it becomes its own minefield when you might mean one thing and they take it another. It's like, Frederica and Gila join your forces. If the Roselle face persecution, I don't want to belittle that.
Serenoa of Glenbrook's House Wolffort and Frederica of Aesfrost will unite in marriage to strengthen the ties between their two nations. In doing so, the newfound allies hope to hold their own in the face of Hyzante's salt monopoly, which continues even now, decades after the war. Who could have known that this was but a prelude to an uprising that would engulf all of Norzelia in the flames of war?
The encampment has been added to the main menu. Provisioner is also there too. You can now select the encampment from the main menu to access the Wolffort's army's camp. Additional features will be unlocked as the story progresses. Right, it seems like side things have started to appear, as well as our main quest over at Castle Wolffort. Let's explore a little bit more of the systems. It's a slow starter by the look of it, but that's just signifying a story developing, don't you think? You might be the provisioner then. Ah, but isn't Lord Serenoa? How do you do? This humble merchant has brought the finest selection of goods from across the realm. Please have a look. I'm interested in the fact that we got very sparkly windows. They're not like a thing down. It's literally light coming from the window. Moonlight. The provisioner, you can purchase items and accessories and sell unwanted items in your possession. You cannot read the benefits of accessories simply by purchasing them, so remember to equip them to the ally of your choosing. The prisoner, yes. Press A, you got to press B to get out there. So we can buy ourselves recovery pellets whenever we need to. Range, height -10. +4? Okay. Sleep recovery, remedies a sleeping ally. Oh, that's terrible. 10 in stock. Iron, stone, timber, fiber. What is that going to be used for in time? So rings can be bought, but they cost 1,500. You can literally buff stats. Defense ring. Oh yeah, that's what I want. And HP as well is something you can put up by a +1 amount. I wonder what I managed to get in the exquisite stuff. I guess it was maybe just the iron. We defeat everyone on the field. There doesn't seem to be anything else going on in here at this point in time. Maybe this will fill up as it says as our story progresses. But at least it's a cast for me. I can pour myself one out whenever I wish. So we want to do as many follow-up attacks as possible. By the look of things. On the basis of they give 2 people experience. Seems like something I really want to do. So yeah, we only didn't get any accessories. And our roster now contains the other guys that we got. And we've got them all at an equal level at this point in time. They're ranks recruit. So they can obviously go up too. So let's begin our first side story. At Whiteholm Castle, home of Glenbrook's royal family, preparations begin for a grand ceremony to commemorate a new age of harmony between the 3 nations.
Wherever did my fool brother run off to? I explicitly told him I wanted him here when we welcome our guests.
It would seem Prince Roland shrugged off the King's Guard and went on a little excursion, as he's wont to do. I swear it's as if the boy exists to drive us mad.
He is an embarrassment to our family. No matter. I will see to matters myself.
Your honored guests have arrived, Your Highness.
I see new faces among them. I trust you can tell me more, Claris.
But of course, Your Highness. The imposing-looking woman over there is General Avlora of Aesfrost. Her prowess in battle is such that some say she is the second coming of Groma Ironfist, hero of the Saltiron War. If the rumors of her strength are true, she is more likely to emerge victorious than any but the Dawnspear himself. Over there is Minister Exham Marshal of the Holy State of Hyzante. He is the newest appointee to the Saintly Seven, and has been placed in charge of the military and diplomatic affairs. 'Tis a rise to prominence nigh unheard of for one so young.
A general of the Grand Duchy and Hyzante's young hope. I imagine this will not be the last I hear of them. I know this man, Sorsley End of Hyzante, yes?
Just so, my lord. As you doubtless know, he is the Holy State's Minister of Salt. A prestigious position, though it is said he feels threatened by Minister Exham of late.
So even the great monolith that is the Holy State is not immune to internal strife. Thank you, Claris. I can see they were not wrong to tap you to lead the consortium.
As the officially appointed bookmaker for the tournament, it would not do for me to be ignorant of the combatants.
Your Highness, Lord Thalos and Lady Erica, brother and sister of the Archduke, have arrived. They will be joining the festivities in Archduke Gustadolf's stead.
Word has it that Lord Thalos has been appointed Prime Minister, which would make him the second most influential individual in all of Aesfrost.
Archduke Gustadolf is said to prize freedom more than anything. It would seem that includes the freedom to put his own family above all.
With all due respect, Your Highness, the decisions of another nation are their own. Do take care not to say anything that might offend our new allies.
You need not remind me, Patriot. I know there is little to be gained from quarreling with Aesfrost's ruling family. Honored guests, I am Franny, Crown Prince of Glenbrook. It is an honor to welcome you to our kingdom in my father's stead. I can assure you we have spared no effort in preparing for tomorrow's festivities. Let us ring in this new age of alliance together. Though I imagine some may be too occupied awing us with their prowess in the tourney to enjoy the revelry themselves. Allow me to escort you to Whiteholm Castle, where the ceremony will take place, whenever you're ready.
Prince Roland, finally you return.
At ease, Huette. I trust all was well in my absence.
Well enough. Another visit to the Wolffort domain, was it?
Indeed, on minor business. My apologies for leaving unannounced.
Apologies indeed. You know full well that I am under strict orders from your father to accompany you on any excursions outside the castle.
I'm perfectly capable of taking care of myself. Besides, no one would lose any sleep if something happened to me. Father and Franny least of all. Even Cordelia would get along perfectly fine without her brother.
Well, I would not. Or have you forgotten that you are my one and only sworn liege?
Huette.
Forgive me, truly. It won't happen again.
I should hope not. So it is true that you plan to fight in the tourney on the morrow, and alongside House Wolffort, no less.
How did you...
His Grace told me, when he commanded me to keep you out of trouble.
So Father knew all along.
And so I have decided to fight at your side. You won't be slipping away on my watch this time.
As you wish.
I'm so glad that Huette is actually a lady's name. I wonder if there's many cases in history where Huettes have been named. Huette. It is a name. It is a great name. I think I'll call my firstborn that. 100%. Such great names in this already. Like, my name is Franny, Prince. Excellent. To Castle Wolffort then. And man, we did hear a lot of names. Now to remember them all, right?
Welcome back, the both of you.
Were there any troubles while we were out?
None to speak of, aside from Eridor here. But what else is new?
Out with it, Benedict! I heard you were beset by brigands. Is the young lord safe?
Lower your voice. Must you always shout so? Or can't you see that it was that big mouth of yours that invited trouble in the first place?
There is no cause for concern, Eridor. Besides, I'm not a child anymore.
Mayhap not, my lord. But I've known you since you were knee-high to a... never you mind. And this must be the young lord's bride-to-be.
I am Frederica. It is a pleasure and honor to meet you all.
And I am Gila, her attendant. Pleased to make your acquaintance.
Allow me to introduce those in service of House Wolffort. This is Eridor, Master-at-Arms and Commander of our military forces.
You'll be the lady of House Wolffort. No harm will befall you as long as I'm around.
And this is Anna, my right hand.
If you require anything, just say the word.
They may not be of my blood, but they are my family just the same. And from this day on, they're your family as well.
I am aware that in all of Glenbrook, House Wolffort is second only to the royal family in power and influence. I will do my best not to disappoint you.
A joyous day this is! The little lord grew up and found himself the perfect bride. Nigh brings a tear to my eye.
His voice certainly does carry.
Sorry, my lady, but you'll have to get used to it.
My lord, your father awaits you in his chambers. As for me, I must stay and discuss the preparations for tomorrow's festivities with Anna and Eredor.
Lady Frederica, pray come with me. Father is expecting us.
Alright, Anna and Eredor have also now joined our forces. Anna's aptitudes in battle strikes enemies from the shadows. Ah, cool. Takes 2 actions in the same turn. Can conceal herself from enemy eyes. Nice. Time for some sneaky double stabby play. Eredor shields allies with superb defensive capabilities. Draws the enemy's attack, sounds ace. Counterattacks when dealt a physical blow by an adjacent enemy is also amazing. Aha! That's some play.
As you are well aware, there are 2 events of utmost importance to be conducted before Lord Serenoa and his bride are wed.
The ceremony to commemorate the joint mining venture.
Still can't believe I'll be seeing the day when we break ground on a new mine right here in Glenbrook. And with the full support of Aesfrost and Hyzante, no less.
You can thank King Regna for that. It was by his most wise and generous proposal that the 3 nations of Norzelia now strive toward a common goal. Needless to say, delegates from each nation will be joining in the festivities.
From the Grand Duchy of Aesfrost, Lord Dragan Aesfrost, who is overseeing the technical side of the mining operations. The Holy State of Hyzante will be represented by Minister Lila Viscraft of the Saintly Seven. And our own Lord Symon will serve as Glenbrook's delegate and meet with the 2 before the ceremony. Yes?
Quite so. After that, it will be House Wolffort's responsibility to see that our honored guests feel welcome. Anna, I would trust you safeguarding both Lord Dragan and Minister Lila.
Consider it done.
Then once that stuffy ceremony is over, we can get to the real highlight of the day, the tourney! Ah, my blood's already rushing, just envisioning the greatest warriors from all the realm clashing swords!
From Aesfrost, the much-renowned General of Lora. And from Hyzante, Minister Exham Marshal. I have heard much of his prowess as well.
Then, of course, there's our reigning victor, the pride of Glenbrook, Sir Maxwell the Dawnspear. Still, I wish him all the best of luck against their hosts. They'll need it to beat House Wolffort.
On that matter, there are 2 things I should make clear. Prince Roland has expressed a desire to join the tourney as a member of House Wolffort's contingent.
Why would the boy want to fight with us and not his own arms master?
Apparently, he originally formally requested to do just that, but King Regna would not allow it.
And so he came to the young lord in hopes of finding another way in. Well, it's more than welcome in my book. The royal family said we're free to put together our own contingent after all. I reckon His Majesty would be beside himself with joy if we could deliver a beating to Aesfrost and Hyzante.
Doubtless so. Very well. I shall inform the prince that he is welcome in our ranks.
Finally, there is the matter of Lord Symon's health.
Indeed. Sadly, the Lord of the House is in no condition to participate in the tourney. Barring some miracle, I anticipate that Lord Serenoa will have to fight in his Lord Father's stead.
Lord Symon. I suppose age takes its toll on even the mightiest of men. So be it then. You can leave watching over the young lord and Prince Roland to me.
Good. I remind you that while this is a joyous occasion, all of our attendees have their own reasons for coming. Let us not give them an opportunity to catch us unaware.
I feel kind of upset for that guy who's like, his name's spelled E-X-H-A-R-M-E. And you're like, kind of like, well, I pronounce it like X-Harm or something like that. Just literally, or like, at the very least, Exham. Not X-Ham. There's too many jokes you can make about that. That's unfortunate. Also, it's hard to recognize one as being the other when I see that. And I want to say, like, X-Harm.
Father, I bring to you my betrothed, the Lady Frederica.
A pleasure to meet you, my lord. I am Frederica of House Aesfrost.
Ho ho! The pleasure is all mine.
Were it not for the efforts of House Wolffort, the Saltiron War would rage on still today. I do not deserve the honor of joining your esteemed family, but I will endeavor to serve you all the same.
There is no need for such formalities, my girl. You are tired from your journey, I am sure. Pray rest easy tonight.
Thank you, my lord. I believe that in any journey, the first step is the most important. Before we go forward together, I should like to know why you chose to welcome one of Rosellan blood, such as I.
Oh, I'd heard you were a strong-willed one.
Pray forgive my insolence. And yet, I am set to marry into a mighty house of a foreign nation. I should like to know what you wish of me, that I might live up to your expectations.
A most reasonable request. Both of you, listen well.
Yes, Father.
Your marriage was agreed upon by Glenbrook and Aesfrost, that the ties between our two nations might be strengthened.
To give us more leverage against Hyzante with their monopoly over salt.
Precisely. With Glenbrook and Aesfrost consolidating their power, Hyzante was left with little choice but to join the alliance. And yet, while Lady Frederica is indeed the Archduke's sister, at the same time she is the daughter of a Rosellan concubine. And House Wolffort, for all our military prowess, is no more than a bannerman of the king. If the aim was to forge the strongest bond we could between our two nations,
it would be far more appropriate for my sister, Lady Erica, to wed the Crown Prince of Glenbrook.
Just so, yet neither nation chose that. And do you know why?
So that if relations between our two countries were to take a turn for the worse...
We could be cast away like pawns.
Precisely. Such are the schemes of those who rule nations.
I understand now. And yet, no matter how impure the intentions behind this arrangement may be, I will not bring dishonor to the Wolffort name.
Well said, my son. If that is your decision, then...
Father!
Lord Symon!
I am an old man, and my health is not what it once was. For this reason and more, I have made my decision. As of this day, I abdicate my position as Lord of House Wolffort. You will serve in my stead from tomorrow forth, my son.
But, Father, I am not ready to...
My decision is not made lightly. You have already shown me, with your words and your deeds, that you are more than ready. Think always about what your subjects need from you. Weigh your choices carefully, then take action. Do so, and I have no doubt you will make a great lord. And trust in Benedict. He shall serve you as well as he did me.
Thank you, Father. I will spare no effort that one day I may be as beloved by our people as you.
Lady Frederica, your fate is not a simple one. There are many who would try to use the both of you as pawns in their own schemes. Even so, I hope that you will be there to support my son through it all, as his wife, but also as your own person. This is House Wolffort's entreaty, and the wish of a father.
Of course, my lord. 'Twas my intention from the moment I boarded the ship.
Beg pardon, my lord, but Lord Dragan and Minister Lila have arrived.
Very well. Presiding over tonight's banquet will be my final duty as Lord of the House. Tomorrow's ceremony will mark the beginning of yours, my son. And after that will be your wedding. Rest well tonight, both of you, for busy days lie ahead.
That's the end of our first chapter. Seems to be a very wordy game, to the point where they've even decided to voice act ... which some people in the chat seem to dislike. I'm cool with it. It's like a big flex, isn't it? Hey, other games, we voice acted literally everything, even the dots. Get on our level.